What's going on? Do you want to see 10 coats of clear on a muscle car? Hold on. Well, actually, before I show you that, we're gonna go through our day, and at the end of the day, we're gonna show you what this car looks like. We're really excited with it. Please stay tuned and check it out. I've been a little under the weather this week. I thought it was allergies, but it's probably not. My head's been swollen and congested and headache and just crappy feeling, but we're here and we're doing our videos, and I'm gonna show you some of the stuff we've been doing this week. I haven't really been doing as much as I should be because I'm dragging, but the rest of the crew is doing well, so let's see what they're doing. Okay, so our customer purchased a cat skin leather kit, and we put it on his GMC. We're gonna try to steam it, see if we get some of these wrinkles out of it. They do shrink up in time, but like when we do a handmade leather seat kit, we make sure there's no wrinkles out of the gate. There's tricks to doing it. These ones didn't have those tricks done, so it's a little bit trickier, but they will look nice and they will shrink up. So we got the carpet, get them ready to go in there after we do the metal work. And now, we're not supposed to poke the bear. There's certain things in the shop we do that make us very, very frustrated. And Rick is about to get put on the spot again. I like putting Rick on the spot, so hold on. So we figure it's early. Rick hasn't had time to get frustrated yet. So this would be a good time to say, hey Rick, how's it going?
It's going well.
He is wiring up the Mustang.
Yes, I am.
And many people don't know that wiring is actually one of Rick's specialties that he enjoys doing.
Yes, it is.
So as you can see, there's no room in these things. This is a 70 Mustang. There's no room. We're upgrading the fuse panel. They had the old glass fuses in here, but man, you have to be careful. You don't know how many vehicles we get in the shop that when we pull the wiring out, you're so lucky the car's gonna catch on fire. You know, they're where the engine harness connects to the firewall, a lot of times is corroded and goopy and gross. This one we started pulling apart, and we were supposed to just do the dash wiring because that's like kind of like a rat's nest, and then the engine harness because that's kind of sketchy. Like a lot of people over the years have been in there and modifying and doing stuff, and we want it just nice and clean. But when we got in it, we found that a lot of the tail lights and stuff like that, the wires going to the back of the car, they were actually crossed over. So there was actually positive and negative wires that were fused together, which is never good. So he had some intermittent braking issues and stuff like that, or brake signal issues. So we wanted to fix those. And now that we're in it, we're fixing everything. So even though the Mustang is a simpler electrical vehicle, there's still a lot of work involved, taking everything apart, doing it right, making everything's mounted properly, and you always require a lot of parts. We're actually doing a American Auto wire harness. We're a dealer for them, and we really like their products. We're gonna show you some other stuff that we're doing too. It's kind of cool because in the midst of trying to work and do customer stuff like we're always doing, actually, let's go see what Grace is doing. It's always good to sneak up on people when they're working. Like not super sneaky.
No, I have one ear button.
So Grace is actually making a pair of Classic Series low back bucket bomber seats, and this is a joy because
Yes,
there's no diamonds, there's no hot rod stitch, just a nice easy peasy pair of seats.
Yes, I'm excited.
I could tell you're like,
After doing some of the stuff the last couple weeks.
everything has been a challenge. Actually, look at this over here. This one, you know, there's always something that almost sets people over the edge. So this is Grace here. She almost lost it on this one. I'm going to actually try to upholster this today. This is actually a speaker enclosure that one of our old employees has his own shop now, and he made this and asked us to wrap it. And actually, I'll show you the other one that we wrapped. We already wrapped the bottom of it. We're going to wrap this one later.
I'm definitely almost done with
That was you're stressing a bit. So here we have, this is actually for Portland Winair of Middletown. They're doing a giveaway, so they want some custom seats for their quads they're giving away, which is really cool. And actually, you can see down there, that's the bottom piece that we're wrapping to that speaker enclosure. Oh, something else is that cool. We're gonna give you a little behind, a sneak peek. We see a lot of people with their displays and their product displays and their merchandising, everything they have is all like made overseas crap. And I get it, everybody wants cheap, but that's not what we're about. We're about doing cool. So, if you see us at the shows this year, we're actually doing real seats, real products. So like, these are cafe racer seats that we actually designed for a company, Mustang Seats, years ago. We're making a bunch of these to use as displays And we're gonna actually have upholstered. So you'll see our upholstery work, you'll see our paint work, and this is gonna be on a really cool display that we're gonna be making. We just have to find the time to do it because we're not buying cheap Chinese Amazon crap. We are proud Americans and proud of what we do, and we want to showcase what we do, not what they do. So if we go to a show, we don't want, or you come into our showroom, we want you to see the cool stuff we make, not the stuff that we bought cheap from China. You know, just, I don't know, it's counterintuitive. So here is actually, these are gonna be cool. I'll finish these up and see if I can show a picture of them. This is a set of seats going to Florida, and they're black, orange stitch, orange welt. This is our standard pleat hot rod stitch, which is gonna be really cool. And then what's kind of funny, I'll show you this. So if you watch the videos, you saw there's a bike here we're doing a seat for right now that we did, I think it was 1996, we made a custom seat for. So this is the seat, we're tearing it apart. It's kind of funny because the seat stuff we did so long ago. And what's funny is he said, we're making a new seat so you guys can have this one as you know, a momentum memory thing or whatever. And then he came and changed his mind and he actually wanted it. Wants to reuse it and have a new seat made by us. This was our old tag. We used to do this, which I don't know why I stopped, but it's actually a little pocket. You can put your registration, credit cards, hide stuff under your seat there. It was kind of cool. This one actually originally we did for TNT Motorsports. We used to do a lot of work for Tommy, and that's our old logo that we used to have. It was a needle with a gear and thread, like to showcase like, I don't know, mechanical stuff and upholstery stuff and skull and crossbones because we do a lot of bike stuff and we like skulls and crossbones. Okay, so now we're gonna go harass Bill for a minute, and that should give us our weekly video. And then hopefully next week, things will be back on track. We'll be able to do some really cool videos. Hey, I'm feeling a lot better. Obviously, you can see I'm finally have some energy. I hate not feeling well. Every year I get these allergies, and I never used to get them, but man, they get really bad. So hopefully they're gone. Now here's some not so pretty stuff that we have to do this week. Hopefully the door's not locked on it. So, yep. So this stuff is irritating. Rust repair. We're gonna do that on both sides. I didn't even look at the other side yet. So we gotta fix that. And then we gotta fix this side, which isn't as bad, but it's the same amount of work because it all has to go bye-bye. Actually, while we're on our way over to the body shop, I'm gonna show you some of the junk that we have to deal with. And I won't say junk, it's not junk. The cars aren't junk, but the work is just a lot of work, and it's kind of a lot of work. A lot of shops won't do rust repair. We kind of do it. We've always have done it. It's part of restoration work. So this Ford here obviously has rust over it. Both side wheel wells, so we have to replace those. We already got the panels for it, the rocker panels, which just doesn't look as bad, but it's shot all along there. And then we have an FJ from Rhode Island, which Rhode Island is known for the rust. So I don't know if you can see this. We have to patch this, repair this. You can actually still feel the carpet's wet. So this was definitely like a beach cruiser and got a lot of Rhode Island salt water, which is never good. So around here, we know we don't buy cars from Rhode Island because they're usually very, very rusty, and rust costs a lot of money. You know, to repair a rusty car, you can add a massive amount of money to it. So we still obviously have to buff out the 42. Bill actually sanded the whole thing down. The K20 or V20 is actually sanded. We have to finish buffing that and put the doors and fenders and stuff on it. And next week we're gonna bed liner it. And then we have Bill loving wet sanding. This car is a car we are gonna be very proud of. We have a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. And it's actually final clear coated. We're sanding and buffing it. On this side, Bill has sanded it with 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. That's right. Just a couple of sandings. So this car is gonna be very, very pretty. I can't wait for the customer to see it. Him and his wife are gonna be so excited. It's such a beautiful car, and I hope he appreciates the fact that even though we took forever on it, we put our heart and soul into this thing for him, and it will be worth the wait. So this one here, if you watch our previous videos, was a nightmare slightly because when we get the kits for putting graphics on, they come with a little tiny piece, and it says, put this piece on, spray it, peel it off, make sure it works. I never do that. Never do that. And I did that on this one. Peeled it off, it worked fine. Did the whole car and peeled it off, and every edge was frayed. So we had to go back and touch everything up. But the reason it was a nightmare and tedious and a pain in the tail is because the way we do things is we base coated this thing, We put 3 good coats of clear on here. We sanded it. We put our artwork on here, and then that happened. So then we had to put 3 coats of clear on it, sand it down really good, go back and airbrush all those spots, get them really nice, and then put 4 coats of clear on it so that we could really cut and buff it and sand this thing out and have it look pretty. So without further ado, you're gonna get to see the Camaro buffed out. Ready? Well, here you have Bill doing the hard work of buffing it out. And the whole point of this video, this is like our clickbait video, Bill, was, do you want to see 10 coats of clear on this Camaro? That's our title is going to be, and like to get the, people interested in it. And now we're going to show them what 10 coats of clear looks like. We'll do the car because this is dirty. I love it because Bill does the same thing I do. The first thing they tell you when you buff a car is never put it on there, you put it on the pad.
Oh, I've never done that.
No, if you put it on the pad, it goes everywhere. It looks like shit. But look at this. So this is the door. I didn't see the door yet. So here's the door, right? And you're on black now, so you still got more compound to do. And then at the end, we're going to polish this thing. And the polishing actually adds more depth when we're all done with the car and final assembly and stuff. And then I know this isn't part of our video, but if anybody wants to see Forrest Gump, here he is. Sand Forrest Sand. Okay, let's look at this car. So I'm super excited because the customer came in today with his friends and they got to see his car. And, I just hope he's happy with it. He seemed very happy with it. I don't know if he's happy because he likes it or he's just happy that he's finally getting his car back. But either way, I'm happy with it. This car is beautiful. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, follow our videos for more. We got a lot more content coming. And now that I'm feeling better, we're gonna have a lot more cool cars, bikes, and trucks on here. Thanks for watching.